Hi everybody! Welcome to Saturday Night Threads. I don't know if you can see me. Anyway, you probably can't because the lens is all the way over here and the lens is right here. Okay, so we are doing a cozy warmer, and I forgot to bring it over here so you can see how it looks like. So this was the first one I made, and it looks like this. I think it came out pretty cute considering that it was my first try. But I wanted to make one just a little bit bigger. So instead of doing a 9x9, I'm doing a 10x10. Now I do have a bigger bowl that I want to use a cozy warmer for, and that's for my soup bowl, my miso soup bowl. But though that bowl is really big, so I might end up doing a 12x12 for that one. But for right now, this is a perfect size for a small stoneware bowls or plastic little bowls. This is perfect, especially when it just comes out of the oven, or like the Crafty Gemini said, it's good when you have a bowl of ice cream and the ice cream is freezing. That would be great to put in here as well. So we're doing that right now. I'm just going to set this aside. And I already started one, so you can see how she started. She was the one, that I was looking at in the first place. And let me see if I could just move all of this over here a little bit. So she ended up doing it like this. So definitely you need fabric, scissors. This is to make a round little circle. I bought this it's not fabric adhesive spray. I thought it would work for it, but I used it anyway. But it's mostly for wood and I don't know what else, but I tried it anyway. I just got it at Dollar Tree. So what I did is that I made like a little note of how to start it, so I won't have to keep going back to the tutorial all the time. And then she started, and of course you need scissors, a ruler, marker, and all of that. It's really simple. All you do, and I have a lot of batting. I bought so much batting, it wasn't funny. But only because I wasn't sure how much I needed, so I just bought like quite a few yards. But even for me, I think this batting is kind of thick. But I bought it anyway. So I ended up using, those Dollar Tree fabric quarters. I ended up getting that, and I ended up just cutting, the size, which was a 10x10. Okay, so I did that, and this is how it looks like this. Okay, so I already started one, and what she wanted us to do, and I'm going to bring this back in here, was to put, spray or whatever adhesive you have, under here. Like you see, it's not really sticking that much, and put it together. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna sew an X from here to here. So I already did one, okay, and I have to do that one as well. So I already did it like this. There it is, where you see the X. You should be able to see it. See the X? Okay. And then you have to fold it up, and then you have to make some darts. Now the darts are going to be 1 inch up and 2 inches going in. And on this side as well. The 1 inch up and 2 inches going in. And then when you're done making the marks, you got to flip it over again. Hold on. You have to flip it over again and do the same thing on the other side. 1 inch here, 1 inch here. This is flipped already because we already did it. Where was it? We already did it on this side. So on either side, it's going to look the same. So I already got that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure this is all together. And I did iron it a little bit, you know, to stay put. And so what I'm going to do, because we have to do both of them at the same, well, kind of like at the same time. So I'm going to grab this and I'm going to do the markings. I'm just going to start sewing this one. God, I hate this thing. This feels so low. Why does it feel so low? I don't know why I feel so. I should have put a chair here. Okay, so let me just try to get you over here a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to try to bring this back in here a little bit. And I'm going to do the same thing I just did to that one. I'm just going to sew it, you know, like on a, you know, from corner to corner. So I'm going to do that. I go slow at first because I don't like to go fast. Let me bring my pedal over here. So I'm just going from corner to corner. I don't like going fast because I always feel like I'm going to break my needle or something. I don't know. I'm always leery about that. Like, if I go too fast, the needle's going to break and I don't have time to change it and blah, blah, blah. You know, it's not like you see it on the actual tutorials. They do that speed thing and then it's going really fast. But, okay, so we're getting to the end of it. I'm just going to back stitch. Then I'm going to go forward a little bit. And I'm going to pick up my lever and I always grab my thread so I won't lose them. And then I grab them and then I pull them back. So that's one. We're going to go on the other side. Put the presser foot down. Put the needle inside the fabric. And we're going to go again. It seems really, really, really easy to do. It doesn't seem that hard. If for some reason I can't finish it on this segment, because for some reason I can only do like 22, 23 minutes at a time on this, what do you call it, camera. I don't know why. So if I can't do part one, you know, definitely, you know, like if I can't finish it all, I'll do a part two. Because it doesn't take that long to do. That's what I find, like, oh, I didn't know it was this simple. But it is. Okay, so got that. So now we got the triangle. The triangle in there. Okay, so I'm going to push this back and bring this back in. And now what I'm going to do the same thing I did to, what do you call it? To, what I did here, I'm going to do the same thing on here. So we're going to fold it in half, okay? We're going to fold down. I'm going to try to make sure it meets up with each other. I'll always trim all that later. I'll trim all that. I'll just do it now. Okay. Alright. So, we're going to trim this. And I'm going to use this ruler, which I had to fit because I couldn't find this ruler before. I was like, where are all my rulers? Like, oh my God. It was just driving me up a wall.
Michaela has one in the room.
Yeah, well, I don't need it now. I already have a few. Okay, for some reason this thing is like, I don't know. I'm trying to make sure it's, okay, flat. So it's going to be, again, 1 inch up from the fold. And then 2 inches from the bottom part. Like that. So 1 inch up. 1 inch up. And then 2 inches from the inside. Or going in. Okay. And then you just want to mark them so you can see where you're going. You don't have to do it hard, just do it lightly. I'm just going to go like that because for some reason this one looks off. Okay. And then we're going to put this one like this and then fold it up. That's where you see this line right here. Okay, so we're going to do it again. I'm going to make sure this is right. So, 1 inch up. And then 2 inches in. Okay. 1 inch up. And then 2 inches in. And then we're going to, let's see, mark it. Okay. Okay. It might not be perfect, but I'm just going like this because for some reason it didn't, I can't see my other dot. Anyway. Okay, so there we go. We have all the markings. And we don't need this anymore. Okay. So we are going to sew everything. We're going to sew all the darts. So that's what we're going to do right now. Let me put this over here. Scissors over here because I'm going to need that in a minute. I don't think I'm going to need the ruler anymore. So I always have to be switching things out. And I can't stand this because I'm sitting on my bed and I feel like I'm falling. Okay. So now we are going to stitch. We're going to stitch all these markers, okay? That's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to pick up my presser foot. Bring that back down. And I'm just going to stitch across. Back space a little bit. And then finish. So then I'm going to pick this up, take this out, and again, I always hold my thread. And then we're going to do this side. Put down your needle. And we're going to again, I hold my threads. And then, of course, we have to unfold it. And then we got to flip it the other way. We're making those darts. Okay. Now we're going to... So we flip it the other way. And now we're going to do these darts. Okay? I just want to make sure that they're right. Okay. I want to make sure the thread is not in anything else. So it's just a straight stitch. Put this up. Yeah, that when I saw that my thread or my bobbin, I was having a hard time, you know, getting my bobbin thread to come up. I was like, oh my God. I was so scared. I don't have time to be taking this machine in. I had it for a long time, but it's not like I sewed with it a lot. So I don't know why, it wanted to all of a sudden, give me problems, and I was like, no, I was like, no. So I had to look up for a lot of tutorials because the thread from the needle wasn't picking up the thread from the bobbin. Okay, so we have all that done, and this is how it should look. Okay, let me get this light up over here. Oh, no. There. Okay, so So far we have the inside, okay? So I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. So we're just gonna, what do you call it? Put this in here, bring that down, and start sewing the darts. I mean, you really don't have to backstitch. I mean, I really didn't do it on the other one. I mean, you could, but I didn't do it on the other one. So, I mean, it's up to you. I guess it's just for the thread won't come apart or something. I don't know. But I really didn't do it. Okay, pick that up. Okay, now we're going to this one. Dart number 2. Put my needle down. I can't wait because I really want to start sewing my own blouses because yeah, some of the blouses that I see, they either if I like them, you know, they just never seem to have my size. And I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Every time I go and I see a blouse that I like, they never have it in my size. And it just pisses me off because like I said, everything is like a cookie cutter. They make thousands of them at the same time. And then when there's not enough, I mean, either you're lucky you get it or, you know, or you don't get it, you know? And then if they have other ones like, you know, small or something, they're not going to fit you, you know? So I was like, and I get so disappointed, especially when I go to, what is that, Walmart? And I'm like, oh, you know, when do your blouses come in? You like freshly come in because every time I look for a blouse, they never seem to have it in my size. All the large ones are always gone. She goes, yeah, they go fast. And I go, yeah, I know. No, I noticed that. She goes, but whatever we have, that's what we have. I go, yeah, I was just wondering. Okay, well, you know, thank you. You know, what else can I say, you know? So that kind of like sucks, you know, that they never have my size. Okay, so I got them all in there. So that's how they're supposed to. Back this up. Bring this back in here. So, and I'm just going to start trimming away all this excess, what do you call it, thread. So much thread. But yeah, I can't wait. I already have a what do you call it, pattern that I want to use, you know, so I'm going to start getting on that next week. I don't know if I'll show myself doing that, you know, making the blouse, but, you know, I could always show you the end product of when I'm done. Maybe here and here, little snippets, you know, of how I do it. Or you guys seeing me sew it. Okay, so we have that. Because all this stuff takes so much time. Okay. You know, these little things that they don't, you know, they don't show. But I'm just trying to get all this right out. Okay. Do we have any more on this side? Yeah, I have a few. Okay. A few more. I mean, I like sewing. I took sewing classes when I was in high school. So I remember I made I don't know if you remember the McDonald's shirts. They were kind of like nylon or something. They were hideous. But anyway, I ended up making a shirt like that. Anyway, okay, so we got this far. Okay, so now what we're going to do and what she wants us to do is that after we finish this, we have to connect it and we have to cut off all of these things right here. So we about a quarter of an inch out, okay, like that, okay, on all four sides. Okay. We're going to do the same thing to this one. We're going to cut them out about 1/4 of an inch. Okay. And then we're going to flip it to the other side because we have to do the other ones. So we need to cut these. We need to cut these as well. So we're going to come here. And this one. I think I got all of them. Except for this one, I think. Did I cut all of them? No, I still have these. Let's do this. And then, I mean, you can use a rotary cutter. That's what she used. But my scissors are sharp. They'll do just fine. Okay, so that's how they're going to look. Now, one thing she did do, and she did round off this part right here because she wanted it to look like a flower. So she took any round disc, and all she did was put it together. Let me see, where's that? Let me see, what did I do with that? Oh, no, I don't know what I did with the marker. Oh, it's over there. So what she did, she grabbed a little disc, whatever, and she put it right here, and all she did was, was just round it off on all four. That one. And on this side. I'm hoping I'll get better in time, like this. And everything, it takes time to learn everything. You're not going to learn how to do it, precisely how they have it or you end up doing it your way. You know what I mean? Okay. So we're going to round it off. I'll leave this here. I'm just going to use my scissors just to round it off and make sure. This is kind of like, this wasn't as neat as hers, but oh well. Half the time I don't know what I'm doing wrong, so. Okay, so we rounded it off. I mean, I'm doing the measurements right, I don't know how come they just doesn't seem as neat as hers. You know what I mean? So, I guess we'll see. So, because she's making like that little petal kind of flower design. So that's what I'm doing. And then she says, once we get all of that in, we open it up. And we open it up like this. And that's how we have the little, like that. Okay. Then we have this one. And she did say we got to put pretty, oh, she did say something about cutting here. Not too much. I don't know why. But she said to cut right here a little bit. Not too much. I don't know why she wanted to do that. I don't know. Maybe it's for the sewing. Maybe if we won't have that much bulk. I don't know. But she just said do this and I don't know. Something about bulk or something. And she said be careful with your thread. So doing the same thing. Because the last time I did, I think that's probably what ruined my sewing machine. I couldn't understand what was going on. So I'm just doing it a little bit. She just said just a snippet. Had to be a reason for it. And like she said, just make sure you don't cut your thread. I'm like, okay. Sometimes you go through or you see somebody do something, they'll tell you to do something, you're like, why? And you know what, just do it. Just do it, we'll find out why later. Okay, so she says to put the both pretty sides together. So we're gonna go like that. And we're gonna do this. So this is how it looks, okay? And like I said, doesn't like the measurements don't really seem to be there. Like, it doesn't, I mean, it's okay, but, you know, they don't, like, see, look, like, it's kind of like, I don't know, like off, right? All right, so then she says, we're gonna go to the sewing machine, and then you're gonna sew like all around, you know, all around the edges, all around here. But before she does that, she said you need to leave an open space somewhere where it's straight. And like I said, this looks like this one looks, you know what? I'm gonna change this one. I'm gonna put this one in there because for some reason this one seems bigger than that one. I don't know why. And it still seems bigger. I don't know what's going on. I don't know. So, pretty sides together, right? I almost did that wrong. Can you imagine? Okay. So, pretty sides together. Okay. And we're supposed to, like, I don't know, leave an opening. See how they, like, see how they're off? This is annoying. This is so annoying. I didn't go through that problem with that one. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why one's bigger than the other. I had the vaguest idea. Okay, so you want to know what? I'm just going to put them together, you know, and, you know, like wherever they're touching. And I'm just going to push it down. Okay, that's better. And it still looks in here. Anyway, she said you have to leave an opening because you have to turn it inside out. So you're going to leave an opening from the, what do you call it? On a straight edge. Not where the flower kind of thing is at. So she said to leave an opening like from here to, I guess from here to here. And then she said, once you do a 1/4 inch all the way around, you're going to pull everything inside out. Okay, guys, so I'm going to stop here. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. And like a fish in the sea, so glad you caught me. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will catch you for part 2 on Saturday Night Threads. Bye.
Bye-bye, guys.